Welcome back, y'all. NSDC Podcast. Another week, bro. And obviously, with my brothers here, Sergio and Elusive. Some might call him Jesus and call me the other Jesus. This is fine. I'm rolling with it. You know what I mean?
You gotta respect your elders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know what I mean? There ain't no hate with me, dog. Damn, I think I took a look at the recordings because we have, I don't know how many videos. We're up there, close to 50, if not more, on the YouTube. I think we've been doing nonstop weekly podcasts for like over 15 weeks now.
We're on a roll for sure. Don't jinx it. You know what I mean? Knock on wood.
You never know. It might go on a hiatus. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Usually it's not me or Sergio that causes it.
Usually it's me whenever I'm fed up with bullshit. But nah.
We'll call it a bye week. When it happens, we'll call it a bye week. It's kind of like,
And we do have like some content stashed away. I need to finish that video edit, Sergio, that you dropped me a while back. That's one I need to get to. I haven't got around to it, but yeah, bro, it's been a grind. I think we found our rhythm and shit, but I look forward to our weekly talks. You know what I mean? A little bit of therapy, a little bit of collecting. You know what I mean? Everything in between. Some jokes. Hopefully anyone listening or watching can have fun listening at our expense as we talk trash to each other. You know what I'm saying? That's usually how it is here.
And again, for those that are new, regardless of how I come across, I'm a nice guy. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're all nice guys here.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you don't have to say that because usually you're definitely the most approachable one from us three.
Am I? I mean, some people would say otherwise. It's just kind of wild.
I mean, we don't got certain people reaching out to us. Put it that way. And Sergio's more laid back too. So people fuck with Sergio, but it's
Sergio does all this shit talking behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Yeah, you see, True. This is the shit I said in my episode, and just so people get it clear. Sergio's definitely the one that talks the most shit. He just doesn't do it while we're being recorded. Which is not a dumb thing either. You know what I mean?
He's just older than us. He knows how to move with it.
Well, he is, the monster in the iron mask.
The Miyagi, the older one. You gotta
wax on, wax off. You know what I mean?
Gotta step back.
Yeah, but nah, man. This is our longest streak for sure, and it felt like I need to check out when our first episode and really like number it down. When we hit a certain number, I think we'll hit 100 episodes sometime. Probably, if not this year, by next year, early on. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to get an account just for our own archives. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, it would
maybe we'll make it a special. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway for people.
Yeah, maybe the 100th episode we might even do like a live and do some giveaways.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, cool. I mean, we did a couple lives in the past, but I don't even know if they're in the video archive or not. I gotta double check.
Yeah, those you have to be there, or you miss it.
Yeah,
kind of thing for us.
No, they're fun.
And the live ones we'll say get a little bit more rated R. So that's a good thing that those aren't being recorded.
There's no editing by me, you know what I'm saying? I gotta let y'all rock out. Which, I've been hearing, Sergio's been in comments and shit. I might have to let this one rock too, so
yeah, Sergio, Sergio sometimes tries to be canceled. You know what I mean? Sometimes, me too. You've saved me on a couple edits myself. But it's nothing that I didn't want out there. It's just I could have phrased it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's all about phrasing. Yeah, the intent is always well, but it's just phrasing. But yeah, man, I've enjoyed it. I feel proud of it too. Maybe that's, I don't know why that is, but
I still remember, bro. I still remember when we sat down and how we came up with the name, how we came up with the logo, how we came up with everything. I remember when you found the little intro and outro song. That shit was dope.
Yeah,
For people that don't know, I was inspired for the logo because of the Uncle Scrooge coin.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then the NSDC was because I just thought I already knew I didn't want to be boxed into only Marvel. Now you see a lot of people adding collectibles at the end because they noticed that they boxed themselves in. And that's something I foresaw early on. But yeah, man, it's been, and of course you feel protective of it now too, bro, because we've been doing it for fucking 2+ years.
Yeah, on and off for 2 years for sure, more than 2 years probably at this point.
And I think part of that is because of the fact that you've now taken a little bit more serious than you did before. Before it was more like something you just do. You know what I mean? You were just like, it's just a little side thing, and now you're just like, yeah, man, let me actually put some effort into it.
Put some effort. I learned to edit. Shout out to Will. He taught me some. I'm doing my own videos too now, my own YouTube.
Yeah, those are nice.
Just because, look, at the very origin of this podcast, for anyone who doesn't know, is just to throw information out there. It's just to inform people because we did our own research and, we just want to help. We just want to help people maybe think of things in a different perspective if they haven't. Obviously, all respect to everyone who's doing content around the hobby, but I feel like we have our own unique perspectives on things. And
if we're honest, let's just call it what it is. We're your influencer's influencer.
I mean, people like our takes for sure, but I just think it's I don't know. It felt like we would always get hit up. I know me and you and Elusive. I don't know about Sergio because, again, we started as just me and Elusive. We would get hit up by people just asking us questions about Marvel cards mostly, right? And and we would just break it down, throw it up. We didn't even know what we're doing half the time. We're just having chats with people. Had 7-hour chats, fucking like Instagram. Like it's some wild, cool memories and all this information we have it and we don't fucking share it. Then what's the point in having it on? Like it doesn't make sense to just keep it with you. So that was the origin. That's still the mission for me. At times I was like, forget this, people don't listen, da da da. Now I'm like, I don't care. Those who will and those who won't, it's on you, but I'm gonna put it out there. So it's something makes it fun, and we love the hobby, so why not have fun with it?
Yeah, and it's been interesting to see, man, when you reminiscing about like the people we used to chat with for like long periods of time. It's also cool to see how many have come and gone and how many have stayed. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them that that used to have one-of-one Ninja Turtle cards and now they're not even around in the hobby. They might be. I'm sure they're collectors still on privately, but and then I know some collectors that used to attend a lot of Bianchi dinners and now they're.
Shout out to Jacob.
You see, Jacob, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but yeah. Shout out to you, dog. I hope you're doing good. Hardcore gamer, he's cool, dog. Shout out to Arthur, Collection Kings. We used to chat all the time. And
Brian.
Brian. I mean, I still chat with Brian here and there, nothing like as much as before, but same thing. He's frustrated at the way the hobby has gone, especially at least if you notice his IG.
For sure.
He's funny, dog. Like he has fun with it. He doesn't give a shit. So shout out to Brian Marvel Cards Up. And he's just telling you how he feels, man. A lot of people just have a short attention span. But we've been knowing this, nothing to bring up that's not already been known. People just like to have fun with the new sets, and he's very protective of the hobby because obviously, people say, well, you're only protective if you have a bag. Well, yeah, of course. When you've been in the hobby for 3+ years, you've obviously accumulated something. And also because, he wants to make sure that the things that he thinks are worth value should be regarded as that. And he probably gets a little bit upset when those things either get overlooked or undervalued. That's all.
Yeah, and I understand his perspective, but I think now more than ever, I used to think there was a hierarchy or what in my mind was, but at some point it's just who cares, right? Like, who cares what you think? It's whatever people want to get into, what they want to collect, what they want to flip, how they want to treat the hobby. I just feel like that's a lot of added stress if you're thinking that way. I'm sure he has his own reasons, right? A lot of people feel that way about the hobby. They all want to put their own hierarchy on things, and they think it should be this way and that way. At the end of the day, it does. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever people do, whatever with the knowledge they have. Maybe some of those things that are happening is because there's a lack of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
There's a lack of information, or they don't understand. There's no exposure to some of the sets that maybe Brian knows, and he definitely knows more details about, some of Rittenhouse stuff.
Yeah.
So I can see why he's frustrated. But I mean, that's the mission: educate. And then, if it still goes on, well, then you know that it's just because it's whatever new trend is here, or whatever reason it is.
That's what it is, man. From what I see, seeing a lot of these cycles, it is cyclical, and there's waves. Right now we're back at a PMG wave. We hadn't had a PMG wave in a while, right? Like,
me included. Like, it's funny because behind the scenes, there's a lot of whispers about, like, everyone has an opinion on content creators, right? Whether it's a positive or negative, there's always opinions. But I'm sure we've been hypocrites with our own takes. At one point, I used to be anti-shiny cards. Now all I like is shiny cards, right? Like, so
speak for yourself on that, but I'm sure I don't know what
I'm sure there's things that you've changed your perspective on.
I think I've come around more to be honest with you, like being more toned down and like maybe a little bit less harsh on takes of people's artwork.
Yes,
right. That's where I think I've come around. Yeah. But I still have my favorites. For sure. But now I'm able to start seeing why some people really fuck with that artist that I didn't used to fuck with at all. Yeah. So that's I think my biggest thing. As far as you were talking about the hierarchies, to me, like I still feel that way about the same thing I've said since day one. But now what it is for me is like it's like I was having that conversation with Nate True Blue. I was like, and he brought it up. He's like, it's just dope shit only. And look, now if I think something is dope and other people don't, that's cool because that also means that I don't have to worry about these prices getting inflated.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show some pickups also in this episode, and hey, hopefully you guys don't think it's dope. Don't listen to us. Don't be picking up Metal Gear Solid cards. I see you. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look, we're all influenced too. Like we're all subject to it. It's not like we're not. I think for me, it just started when I just stopped worrying about what other people are doing. Just focus what I like.
Yeah.
If you get back to that route, then you'll have more fun with the hobby than stress. I mean, at least that's the way I think about it. Obviously, I'm not in like a seller's position. I'm just actively collecting. Sometimes I'll flip a card, but it's different. There's different perspectives in the hobby, and I'm sure everyone has their own point of view. At this point, I just focus on whatever me and my friends do, and that's it. Like I don't really worry about it.
Yeah.
Hence, don't even worry.
Yeah, no, for sure. AKA Jesus.
Yeah.
What about you, Sergio? What's your take on all this, dude?
For me, like when I was collecting Marvel cards, it was at some points like stressful, right? Like it's like the number thing, and like legitimately though, things that have disappeared. Since those times where things were just available, and you had like number cards scattered around here and there, and you're still able to pick up a couple things. Like the game's a little bit different now.
Yeah, as you would say, the well definitely dried up.
The well has dried, and these new collectors are coming in and probably not really at this moment too worried about figuring out the old stuff, because the only thing that's available and what's going on right now is that new product.
Yeah.
I haven't
looks nice.
I haven't seen too much of the Topps Chrome. I've seen a couple cards here and there.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Something that I saw about it, like it had a really similar look to the Upper Deck platinum. Like the foil was the same, so kind of
Yeah.
scratch my chin a little bit. Like, are they in cahoots over there? Making cards together, which I wouldn't be opposed to. If Upper Deck still had their hand in making cards, as long as again, make the shit cool. I've seen some repeat art, but that's already kind of expected. Like kind of expected at this point, especially if it's not like a masterpiece set. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not. I'm at this point. I'm not buying like Marvel cards. I have been picking up some DC cards though.
Nice.
Or some DC things. So.
Well, you ain't the only one picking up because look what we have here. Elusive did a little digging.
Yeah. In the middle, shout out to Doom. Actually, he gifted me that sticker a while back, if you remember.
Yeah, this is from one of the, I believe, ETRL or ERTL toys.
Hurdle.
Yeah, they're actually little die-cast figures, and they had stickers inside.
Yeah, and then I saw these two cards. These come in, as some people might know already, in the McFarlane toys.
Yeah.
And there's still one. I'm missing the one on the right. It's hard to see on that photo. When I take a better photo for IG, you guys will notice it's a foil. Yeah. And then on the left is just like a base white border, which to me looks clean. Mine's a little OC. Don't even worry about it. But I'm still missing. There's another one I'm missing, and then there's one with an auto from Bruce Timm that I'm missing that Doom just put me onto. So
yeah,
don't worry about those cards, guys. You guys do your own thing. let me do my thing. I don't want to. And if you pick it up, don't post it on IG, dog. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in because you're taking my idea over here.
And the worst part will be like they'll post it and they won't even be like, "Yo, shout out to Elusive for that."
Yeah, shout out to these guys that I've been seeing post Metal Gear Solid cards all of a sudden.
They look nice too.
Yeah. No, it's all in good fun. I mean, again, that's what Doom said at the beginning, and it's really what we're here for. We're definitely here to like put people onto stuff they might have not known about. But hey, at least the way you could pay it forward is at least let me finish my set. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not picking up doubles and triples. I'm just trying to pick up a little solid rainbow.
That might be false.
No, that's true. That's true. I've been switching up my strategies for certain things. You know what I mean?
Nice.
We all have. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my pickup for the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we got Sergio just stunning on us with this, Steranko auto here. You know what I mean?
That's come on. Yo, big shout out to to variant section, the homie, man.
James, shout out to James.
He's the one that put me onto this, and he's like, "Yo, he's gonna be there," and he just knew that I had been looking for him because Steranko doesn't really come down here, but I mean, dude, that's a clean auto on a Kirby front cover. 7.0, nothing too crazy. There's another one out there. It's a 9.4, but this is a pop 2. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah,
and
that's a bigger slab, right? Is that like a magazine slab?
Yeah, it's magazine size. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that's an iPad Pro size.
Yeah, that's clean, and I do love the green signature on there.
Yeah, man. So big shout out to James, man. This is just one of those things that happens in the hobby. We just like make connections, right? Like
yeah, man.
Being the homie, did me the favor. He didn't have to, but again, obviously,
yeah, and
people in other ways.
And people hear some of these names pop up. I'm pretty sure there's a video out there, NSDC, with James variant section in our archive.
We need to bring him back on at some point,
we will. It was his first video. He was a little nervous.
The Wi-Fi was acting up. I remember that.
Yeah. He was getting Sergio's Wi-Fi. But no, shout out to James, man. That guy, behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know, but he runs his own business. He's a hard worker, man, and he's a good dude. And he's one of the only dudes, like, to be honest with you, in the hobby at least, that I could send some questionable memes to and not worry about it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's him and Marvel Cards Up for the most part. I send them, they're both a little bi-curious, so they enjoy some crazy memes. Some people, I kind of know, what lines not to cross with certain people. Some people you can't even send them anything, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Because they only want Marvel related or whatever, but it is what it is.
For sure. Look what else he brought in here. A little Gambit Rogue.
Oh, really? Nice.
X-Men 24. You know, I'm a big fan of this cover, and just aesthetically for me, like the bottom left, corner box there.
Yeah, that's dope.
The fact that it's not a barcode or like direct sale or newsstand, you know, it's
Is it embossed? It looks embossed.
No, it's not embossed.
Just a drop shot all day.
Yeah, it's just a little drop shot on top of it.
Oh, nice.
But it's just dope because it just takes away from like the whole what is it, like a newsstand, you know? I just enjoy, and it matches the color. It's a little color match, you know.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. You know?
and it's your favorite character, Spider-Man.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Gambit. I'm gonna say no, he's not my favorite.
You are a Gambit guy, low key.
I mean, he's one of those people that
I like Gambit.
He owns a platinum portrait Gambit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
he's definitely a Gambit fan.
Well, at least he used to. I don't know. He still owns it.
Yeah, he was a little quiet when I brought that up. You're right. He might have sold. That was a tell right there.
I mean, Sergio's sagas went from
Ghost Rider.
We're gonna talk a little bit of Ghost Rider coming up. Ghost Rider from Sergio in the car days with the mail days. I remember that. He was a surfer guy. You know what I mean?
Big Nicolas Cage fan.
I like certain characters, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's just Spider-Man.
It's just hard to collect certain characters, you know. But you know, once you kind of get like deeper into the hobby space, you kind of figure out, there's some other stuff out there.
Yeah.
I mean, like not. That's why, even though I do respect and enjoy like the new stuff in the number, like I also think that there's other like things out there that you can look into and have fun with. That's not necessarily going to break the bank, you know.
Yeah, shout out to Will because he'd be making fun of Tim as a comic book guy and doing low voices and shit, which is hilarious.
Why is Will doing that?
Will likes to make fun of comic book guy. It's just a thing. But there's a charm to some of these pages when you get them in hand. Will, if you just give it a shot, dog. You know what I mean?
No, well, just keep doing your thing. Well, don't even worry about what Doom started with, man. You keep breaking those Avengers cases, whatever you're doing, dog. Keep doing your thing. I've been seeing all the hits you've been posting. You keep doing your thing.
Hey, he's been posting some shit. Make sure you go check out Will if you're looking for some Avengers metal.
Melfi Collectibles, man.
Melfi Collectibles. Here's a Ghost Rider I picked up. Little Robbie Reyes. This was the lowrider variant they did. I think it's 2014. And being a lowrider kid, growing up with Lowrider magazine, thought it was cool. I didn't know much about Robbie Reyes before maybe a year and a half ago when Free showed me this, or was it you, Elusive? Who was it? One of y'all showed it to me.
Showed you what?
This variant cover with the
that was for sure Free.
Free?
Yeah.
So being Mexican American character, gotta represent. Got this little variant here for sure.
And in all honesty, like as Doom's showing some of his pickups, if you guys want to hit him with the DM on what you got dibs on, in a few months these will be available.
Wow,
that's crazy. Yo, Sergio, am I being honest?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to represent. It's cool. Whatever. You ain't never seen me move. You ain't never seen me move a book unless I gifted it. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Hey, you know what though? I will say this: like, if Doom decided to like sell it, I don't know. Like, have you sold the comics, Doom?
No.
I mean,
there's
one big comic you sold. What do you guys?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Well, that one was different. You know what I mean?
But he keeps
it. It was a piece of a collection it needed to go to. You know what I mean? That's it. It's cool. Look, there's more copies of Lucy. You can go grab one.
No, look, I'm glad it's in your collection. I'm not even mad at it. I'm cool with it. I'm just trying to help people.
And just for everyone listening, these are my oldest friends in the hobby. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
You know there's some truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there definitely is some truth. And if it's available, don't even worry about it. It's available. But I had to get it because, man, these prices been high ever since. So let me just lock down the copy already.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I've been picking up some Robbies from Avengers. I got a Mail Day video in my YouTube coming up where I'll show some of that stuff. So
And you have a Hot Wheel lowrider that has that almost that same color match.
yeah, although it's bro, what happened to Hot Wheels dropping lowriders? I haven't dropped one. It's been like a year.
That's a good question. I don't know if
The
they
Monte Carlo was the last one. I had the Impala Ruby Rose. I think it's a Ruby. I forget what the name of it is, but the Impala pink looking one. Yeah. And then there's a blue one. Those are the RLC ones. I don't know what happened to RLC lowriders. I thought there was more coming up, so maybe I missed them. I gotta double check.
I don't know, man. That one does surprise me because I don't know the exact numbers, right? But I will say that Hispanics are a huge demographic when it comes to Hot Wheel collecting.
Yeah.
So I
would think so.
They're definitely not 20%ers in Hot Wheels.
You know what though, and you showed them to me before, and I remember seeing them. I believe, which is the other company? I know Greenlight did.
Johnny Lightning.
Johnny Lightning did some, but then there was either Miho. Is that one?
Miho exclusive? Yeah.
Yeah, Miho exclusives. They have a bunch of lowriders. I might just start getting some of those because I've been waiting on Hot Wheels and they've just been slacking. So.
Yeah, if you like classic cars and like 50s, 60s era cars, Johnny Lightning makes some dope models for those.
Yeah. So I got that.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, not to jump out of that, because someone called me out on that. I'm like, we were talking about what NSD stands for, and they're like, diecast. I don't hear a lot of diecast talk.
Well, yeah. We're still waiting on Luce's Batmobile collection video.
No, I mean, we could always make a video on that. That's that would be like the Foreigners 101. I'll do like a Batmobile 101.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah. Definitely leave a comment if you guys are interested in that. Because otherwise, Elusive's not going to drop it. I mean, that's how it goes, dog.
Well, not everybody's a fan of the 1989 Batmobile. Some people think it's that.
I mean, those people are correct. What can you tell?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I haven't dropped the video.
All right, that's what it is.
Yeah. Just drop a comment saying Batmobile, and get them to do it.
Just put 89 Batmobile.
Throw a bat signal off. Just
one comment. That's all I asked for. One guy. One guy in the back.
What do you mean? Jake always puts 1989. Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, Jacob represents for sure.
This was a gift from Tim. He gave me a couple hardcovers just to get get up to speed on some Batman stuff. We're excited about DC cards. Hopefully, not too far from now. With Upper Deck bringing them. Cryptozoics doing some sets. So I'm waiting, bro. Meantime, I'm watching Batman movies and I'm reading Batman comics and.
Tim, no gatekeeping on the Batman shit either, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hit me up and don't keep me in the
loop. Tim wants to talk. We might do a podcast about Batman. So if you want to get in it, Doug, let me know.
Batman's my middle name, Doug.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tim. And then shout out to Pullwire, the homie Brian. Yeah. One of my, friends from Mario Kart days. I know after we did the Mental Con, we started going to the Discord with Swami when he had his he still has his Discord up there. And these are, some of the friendships, from that going in there. And I know Sergio's he's played with us a couple of times, but
did he pull that?
Yeah, he pulled that.
Wow.
He opened a couple boxes and he pulled this purple one. I didn't know he was gonna send it, bro. It just came out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, I didn't order no Doom cards. And the homie just sent it. So appreciate Brian. Bro. Amazing. And you want to talk about good luck? Brian has good luck opening boxes. He always gets some nice hits. So.
Speaking of gifts, man, I need to give a shout out. I've been forgetting the last couple episodes because I never received a package. Some bullshit went down.
Yeah.
But Melfi had actually gifted me some Batmobile cards.
Nice.
And so shout out to Melfi. I appreciate it, Will. But I see those. I never received them, and he went on to tell me that he had been having some trouble with the post office as of late. To begin with, so I hope you got that shit sorted out, bro. Because it is a pain in the ass when a package gets lost, and In this case, luckily, it was a gift and not something that I purchased where I need a refund or anything. But
right, yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what I mean by that, because I've gone through one of those myself, especially with their international shipping program.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys claiming they didn't get a little Ferrari Highway. I'm like, motherfucker, you got it. What are you talking about? Don't try to get a refund from me. If you try to fleece someone, fleece eBay. They got all the money.
They got all the money.
So shout out to Will was my point. Thanks
Shout
for the gift.
Will,
It's the intention that counts, man.
Yeah, no, bro. And that's that's all the pickups, bro. I know we alluded to Topps Chrome, and I don't know how up to date you guys are on Topps Marvel Chrome.
No, just the video you made.
Yeah, there's actually not a lot of content on it. I know Fausto put a video, I put a video, and if you're anywhere near Whatnot, you just started seeing people break Marvel Topps Chrome in the UK. And it was released this week, which I had no idea was going to be released that soon, right? Because I'm used to Upper Deck like announcing, and then you got to wait a couple months. In case you guys haven't looked at these, I took some screenshots, and we just want to go through a little show and tell, and I want to hear your first reactions.
I like that one.
So this is one of their, I think these are the giant size set, the insert set. There's a jumbo one that you get like a box topper, and then there's this insert set. And it's just, I don't know, like as far as design on this, just simple, right? It's just a little black border, little chrome, and then you get the cover there. Sergio, you know a little bit more about this cover than me, so I'm sure you got a copy of this.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like a comic cut without it being a comic cut because it's a cover.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I wonder what it looks like in hand, but I mean, shiny border,
shiny black
cover.
Just simple design.
The idea is there, right? Like the idea is there, but it hasn't been like, I don't know if they would like tweak it anything more than that.
And simple, I think this is some sort of anniversary for the giant size Marvel comics, so that's what the insert's about.
Wow.
I mean, you see the Topps Chrome logo there, but pretty simple overall.
Yeah, I like that center.
So this is, I guess, a green refractor. I believe it's at a 99. I can't really tell here, but it's just rainbow foil and the green border. This is what most of the set looks like. You get the Topps Chrome little logo here, the tab, the golden tab. You get this scroll, the character name, and the Marvel logo, and then you have a big number in the front.
Yeah,
that's how the set looks.
Some of the critique just based on the giant size you showed versus this one. That one had the logo centered at the bottom for Topps Chrome, which looked way better in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And the border wasn't as thick, which also was cleaner in my opinion. I feel like, I mean, we'll get more into it as you go through.
As we look through more, but just for people finding out about this set, there's not original art in this set from what I've seen, and we've definitely seen this image before in Upper Deck sets, but obviously Topps taking over now. This is the first time they use it, so I guess you can't really critique them about that until they do another set, and we'll see how much of that artwork gets repeated, because that's one of the biggest criticism people give Upper Deck, right? Like they're always criticizing that. Why are you reusing the same artwork? So here is I'm guessing some sort of blue wave parallel, and again you got spot, character name, and then just the difference in the border and the foiling. If you're a Marvel card collector and you've seen Platinum, this looks very familiar, right?
Yeah, the more and more I see this, I could tell. Like, we've always talked about it. And again, shout out to Brian Marvel Cards Up. We always wanted a Topps Chrome Marvel set. Yeah. But it looks like, to be honest with you, the more images I'm looking at, Marvel Platinum beat them to the punch. Like they did their own. Let's be honest, they jocked their own design that Topps Chrome does, and they actually did it better somehow, which is sad.
Yeah, I mean, and we keep going here. Like,
go back really quick.
Yeah,
and it's numbered on the bottom left
on the bottom
instead
left
of
front.
being on the back.
Yeah, I prefer the back. I don't like these numbers are kind of odd and big. They just look a little ugly to me, but
Yeah, it's just like placed in an odd. Yeah, it's an odd place.
it's just not something that I'm used to as a upper deck Marvel collector. And even Rittenhouse didn't do this. I don't believe so, but
Yeah, and look, I will say that hopefully they did this as a trial run, and I'm glad they did it in the UK. Shout out to Jay, because I'm glad they experimented over there.
a test run over there.
Yeah, and when they come over here, hopefully they get it right.
And this is just a rainbow foil. It definitely has like comic book panels. You can kind of see it, which I don't mind. I think it's a nice touch, but it overall just a very simple design. There's no risk. It's just kind of cookie cutter, like safe. That's as best way as I can put it.
And everyone has like the same font, right? Like,
right, same font. Marvel.
It's really boring.
Spider-Ham. This is a PMG in Spider-Man metal, which again, but this is the first time Topps is using it. So it also reminds me a little bit of the some of the Panini sticker designs.
Yeah, because of the border.
Right. And
yeah.
So yeah, I mean most.
So start pumping those guys. Get into something.
You have Iron Fist here. This is the regular base. There's no rainbow. It's just kind of chromium. I thought it was a cool image for Carnage.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever seen Rittenhouse or Upper Deck use this. So.
And that dark gray really makes it pop too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dope one. That's the best
so it's nice to see new images, right? That we're not used to.
Yeah.
But again, like the design is very straightforward, very simple. Black Widow here. Rainbow foil, Sandman, which I feel like I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It looks similar to one, if not. Cosmo, shout out to Cosmo.
Oh, wow. Shout out to my brother. That's actually his nickname, which is crazy.
Really? You just sent him this image.
I am.
But yeah. Yeah, man. You can see the jumbo, the box topper in the background. It's like a bigger, Masterpieces XL size, like 5x7.
Hit a giant size X-Men.
You mean the new Marvel Masterpieces Juice Go set?
Yeah, like that's it.
Wow. People who love that set will love those. I've seen that Magneto in Beginnings.
This one, the image, okay. Yeah. This is one of the new things that I was surprised. This is the Johnny Storm Human Torch parallel. And it reminds me of the Intimidation Nation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Also, like the En Fuego insert from the basketball 90s. But out of all the things I've seen, this is probably the coolest, like, parallel design they did.
Oh.
And you have the number in here. I think it's out of 39. So. This is the Spider-Man themed parallel, which to me is kind of whack because it's just spiderweb. I mean, like nothing else to it. Again, simple. Your girl Gamora right there.
I mean, they could have picked a better image,
but. And this is one of their inserts called Marvel Icons, and they pay tribute to, I think it's only either 5 or 10 characters, and you have like some of the comic book panels in the background. But this is like one of the few only other designs you see here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
everything else is standard. Rinse and repeat. Oh, Sergio, there you go, dog. Spider Boy. Saw you.
And Elusive's favorite pose.
No, that's their favorite pose, right?
Although I do like this little first appearance badge. I think that's cool.
Nah, again, I don't know. You like that? That it says like first?
I like that. I like that it's different. Yeah. There's a little Pokemon-ish to it for for sure. And
they're like, how can we use the first edition stamp and it's not a first edition?
right.
Oh, here he's
That's just
calculating.
crazy.
They were calculating that right there. And just Dr. Strange.
You got the Thor's hammer, and you got Iron Man helmet there.
Mm.
There you go,
That's Silver
Silver
Yeah.
Surfer. Have you seen this image used before?
Yeah, that's from a comic book from Surfer Black.
Nice.
I forget the artist's name, but that's a clean image. Anybody who has a spare and who doesn't want one of these, I would like to inspect it closely. Do a little review.
There you go.
I'll take a nice photo for you, and then I'll mail it back if you need it. If not, I could, maybe.
Yeah, Jake. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jake. Well, he's in the UK, but I hear he didn't get any boxes.
Oh, he missed the boat.
That's what I heard.
Man, come on, Jake.
Well, it's crazy how like in some other cars the design doesn't look like it doesn't click right. In this instance, it looks better than some of the other cars.
Yeah, for some images it works better. The simplicity for sure. Yeah, Scarlet Witch.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, this looks similar.
Yeah.
This is the Spider-Man. I don't think I've ever seen this one. But
that seems like that reminds me of an old Joe Quesada comic book. Remember? Same pose, but not
like the
the split image.
Yeah, that one.
Face.
Remember that one? The wraparound?
Wraparound. Yeah. And here's, I believe this is the gold. It's a gold wave. I don't know if this is at a 50 or at a 60. I can't really tell the number, but just the different colors, same wave parallel. That's kind of just what. Here's my question, right? And I would love people listening could answer too, because we know people who are excited about Topps Marvel. I mean, is this what the excitement? Are you excited to just get more parallels? Platinum level parallels, which I know Platinum was just taking whatever Chrome did, but I mean, is this what you're looking forward to? Just Chromium parallels, and is this the excitement?
I think for you saw how big of a hit Platinum was. So I think that this is going to be a hit.
And it was a hit because there wasn't anything like it, right?
Yeah, but
the second time around with a product that looks so similar to Platinum, obviously, because this is Topps way of doing things, I just don't know how special that's going to feel now.
And not only that, like, because again, like you said, we didn't have anything like that when Platinum came out. Platinum comes out, people enjoy it. Now this is like the second set.
Yeah.
And then when the third set happens,
is it
at
going to be
the rate that these guys are going, when it comes out in like 6 months and you have 2.0.
I don't know. I just want to know. Like, again, I didn't collect Star Wars, right? I bought a couple black refractors when Elusive told me to buy some, but I don't know. I guess I'm waiting for the new ideas that people are excited about, but obviously this is the first set, so I'm not critiquing them harshly. I don't know what to expect, and this is just very simple design. It is what it is.
Yeah.
This is another insert where they show a comic cover. It looks geometrical, a little. Shout out to Tim. He said it looks like Saved by the Bell a little bit. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's just cool. It's not bad. It's just cool though. It's not. Nothing jumps out.
Yeah.
Nebula, the Human Torch, parallel out of 39. We have Doctor Strange at orange. I think it's out of 25. So that's like the difference.
Yeah, again, they're not bad. Again, some of the only critique is the border and the top scrum on the top left instead of centered in the middle, the numbering being in the back, and the recycled artwork. But some of these, again, like that Surfer Black, I'm obviously biased, but I'm also not because of the fact that that's never been used in a card prior.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can see the appeal that way, the artwork, for sure.
And like Sergio was saying, that border also being like that dark gray, from what you could tell, also like makes it blend in more with that
This is a
artwork.
color match for the
Yep.
Silver Surfer. Yeah.
Sure.
This is I guess this is like a purple looking one out of 75.
I've never seen that Thor artwork.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
It's
it.
not bad.
Cosmo again. You got that. I know in platinum there was a teal wave out of 7.99. This is like a green wave, similar pattern. And you know, it's out of 99, bro. So you gotta get them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here are the signatures from some of the creators. What I've seen, they have like this panel here. They have. I think this is like a just poorly Photoshop. Let me make an image go black and white and stamp it in there. It was cool. Like I get it. It's part of the design, and it's sticker auto. And then it has a character here. I like the purple background, like the little foil color. And the way it has little like it seems like dots like designs, but I don't know. This doesn't make me want to buy any. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah, and on top of the fact that it's a sticker on them.
yeah. And here we have a Groot. I do like this artwork for Groot. A little cartoony. And Groot with the Spider-Man parallel design. So
And just out of curiosity, like, do we know what someone like the lower number? Is there like lower number sales out there?
oh yeah. It's going there's a lot of some we'll take a look at eBay right now, but there's some crazy numbers out there. For sure.
Oh god.
Here's the icons. Black Panther orange parallel out of 25. Sue Storm parallel. This is the other insert, which is 60th anniversary, I think Daredevil. And so they do the little stained glass thing here, which I like. I like the stained glass thing. And then they just put a cover though, which I would hope they would just use like maybe just use these two images without the cover and just kind of blend it into the design would have been cooler. But you know, it is what it is. We have Spider-Boy again.
Breakdancing on this one.
Spider-Man refractor. Here you go. Does this look familiar to you, bro?
Jim Lee hologram.
There you go.
Yeah.
In color. That's the base Gambit card.
Nice.
That's cool. I'll stick with the surfer for that one.
Yeah.
Now, do they have a like a one of one of this?
Yeah, so most of these are gonna have a one of one gold vinyl super factor.
That would be the closest thing to the hologram, you know?
Yeah.
Be your best bet, Elusive. You gotta hit that one of
Watch
one.
them out, yeah.
Here goes the Hulk at 25.
That's a nice card.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Juggernaut, I thought this was cool. With the, I really love this.
That's that Tiger King. That's the Tiger King pattern.
I like that. Psylocke,
That's still nice, yeah. She's a little bow-legged, you know. There's a little bit extra protein in her diet, but other than that,
shout out Obi. You know what I mean?
Shout out Obi for sure.
This one's out of 5.
You know, Obi probably has a box already locked in. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wait for Obi. He'll probably hook me up with that surfer base card. I was looking at these prices right now. I'm like, shipping is crazy.
Yeah, you're lying. Here we have Cuber Auto out of 39 with the Human Torch. Again, it's probably one of the few parallels I really like.
Yeah,
but that matches, you know, like
with the flames.
Yeah,
it's like some.
Again, I'm not
some Slim Jim.
That might be
man kind of theme.
This specific card might be one of the most appealing cards I've seen from all the cards that you've shown me. There's a couple good ones, but
and let's be honest, like this parallel is gonna be heavy wanted by like people that like wrestling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's reminds me of Kane.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think the reason why you said it's one of the best looking is because most of this card shows a lot of the parallel.
This is a sticker auto.
This is what I want. I want more color from like, we'll see the first official U.S. release. But I need some more variety. Like this is the type of stuff. I don't like the whole panel thing, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I want more playfulness. I want it to be less safe. I want you to really, if you're gonna do Marvel, really dig into the comic design language and just be creative with it. I mean, Upper Deck has created a bunch of inserts that I think we take for granted, and now seeing this, like, it's kind of boring compared to what we've seen out there. But that is the last slide I had. Yeah, man. So what do you guys think overall? Like,
listen, yeah, I mean, if you're collecting that, I'm happy. It's in your collection. In the words of Elusive, listen, it's something new. I don't know. Well, I don't know how I'll feel about it when I see it like the third time over. When I see it the third time over, or if it's like another like wax set, like what I mean, are Marvel cards gonna like for like the OG collectors? Like, I mean, they're still gonna. I'm assuming they still collect something,
Yeah. I think they
know,
could have done better. Again, I think Marvel Platinum outdid Topps Chrome for that. If you're listening, Topps Chrome, step up your game. A for effort. I appreciate that Surfer card. That's probably one of the only cards I'm going to face. I'm also glad it's the base card. So don't try to hit me up trying to sell me that at 10 for 1,500 or something like that, because that's a no go. But I'll settle for a base card, color match, maybe a little PSA 9, PSA 10. Who knows? Maybe just a one touch. We'll see. It depends on how I feel when I see it in person. But in all seriousness, if anybody breaks a box and you guys feel generous and giving me away a Surfer, just send it my way. Again, not just for quality control purposes.
Quality control. I want to see. I mean, look, I want to see more of the hits. And I'm not gonna be too harsh on it. I just hope that's not the blueprint, right? I hope that they get a little bit more creative with future Marvel sets. I'm guessing not all of them are going to be Chromium sets, right? They got to do something else.
Yeah, and look, and I'll say this: the last thing I'll say in regards to the Topps Chrome. Again, I think it's A for effort, and I hope it's their beta version of the whole thing, because what's a little bit of a letdown on top of that is the fact that I have fucked with their Topps Chrome digital app, and the artwork that they have for some of those cards is way, way better than what they chose for those physical cards. So that lets me know that they know how to pick some good artwork, whoever's working on the digital side of that app for Topps Chrome cards. Or for Topps Collect, whatever they call the app. So they need to get some of those people that are picking some of that Marvel art and use it on the physical.
It's crazy because in the Topps Chrome app they do have, like, for example, it'll be a week of like artist spotlight Peach Momoko, right? And whatever set comes out will be a whole week of Peach Momoko art, and people are obviously trying to chase like super rares and like all that good stuff. Obviously, just like any collectible kind of situation would be, but some of the artwork, like Elusive said, is pretty dope. So some people obviously are choosing the dope artwork to put into this game, Yeah. And we need that person needs to connect with the people with the cards, because that, what I just saw. I mean, I'm not collecting that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on it, because as a new collector, if you're coming into it and that's what you have, and that's what if you're a sports guy. But yeah, it's just definitely not for me, man. Some cool cars though. The Surfer car was dope. I gotta give it that one.
I didn't show the Doom one because I was disappointed in it.
Oh man, come on.
Oh, what's your Doom?
What is this? Man. I don't know what that is.
Wastelander Doom.
Doom on a budget?
Is this
Team Doom?
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but okay. We can
Doom on a hiatus.
Yeah. This is, you get a bigger picture of what the base looks like. It's a nice set once you put it next
that
to
Galactus is from the 75th Gold Border from Red House. Go a little bit down to the right. Right there. Yeah.
Oh, this one right here, yeah.
The background on it looks nice.
This one too. I've seen this one, the X-23. I don't know what set that's from. But yeah, I mean, look, they're not ugly looking cards. But I don't know, man. Some of these prizes, like, cool. It's the other interesting part. This was released the same week after Avengers Metal, which is probably like the last PMG set. I know we talk PMG a lot lately, but it's big deal, right? Last PMG possible set that Upper Deck releases. So I think the timing is interesting, right? Like it's definitely they're trying to compete and put their name out there.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good observation. I don't know if it's so much trying to compete, because if you were able to notice those things about Upper Deck being possibly its last PMG set, I'm sure they were able to pick up on that. So to me, if they did do it on purpose, it was more to like kind of see where they were at in comparison to them. Yeah. I don't think they thought that they were going to outsell the set, but I thought they wanted to see, okay, where do we stand against Upper Deck when they release like a premiere set?
And let me quickly look.
Whoa.
Yeah, some crazy numbers for cases.
You know what though? Like to me, when I look like through that set, other than like the number stuff, it feels like a Panini set.
It does feel very Panini to me, yeah.
And that's why I kind of like and there's some good Panini like stickers and cards out there, but for that price point, that to me doesn't
So here you see box prices going from 500 to 600 to 800, damn near. It's been moving. People on Whatnot been breaking some of these spots, going over $100 just for one box. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if there's any notable big sales for singles yet, but I'm sure not too far from now you'll see some. And
go below. I spotted a little Gambit. Hold on,
yeah, but these are Topps Collect.
Oh, let me see that anyway though. That's what $73 for a bit. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, people buying digital.
Yeah, I don't know about buying digital. Good luck with that, but
yeah, shout out to Marvel Cars Down.
Yeah, and guess what? I just screen capped it. I own it now.
Yeah. So
shout out to all the beef collectors.
We'll see how that is. There's a lot of interest in it. I know because of YouTube. I dropped that video. It got over 1,000 views in like a couple days. So
nice.
There's a lot of interest for it. Yeah, who knows? I'm waiting to see the next release, right? Just to compare it with that.
Yeah, and that's a good point too about the video that you got over 1K views, because that means it's very similar to when you dropped the 2022 Dos Santos masterpiece.
Yeah, the first day we dropped that box break. Yeah.
So that lets you know that the hype is around that level for this set.
The tops hype. But I feel like a lot of the collector bubble we know didn't know it was gonna happen. So that's interest outside of the Marvel hobby, which is also interesting to see. I think maybe this is the sports crowd, or this is.
I believe it's a hybrid, but I do believe that the sports card people are going to be heavy into this as well.
Maybe this is their interest. Maybe they don't know about all the other Marvel cards out there. Maybe this is an introduction, right? They're like, oh, what? There's Marvel cards? Hey, so that's a positive sign. That could be like, hey, man, this hobby's about to double soon.
Hey, guys, come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in.
I mean, look, that's what we're trying to do. I dropped the PMG visual guides on my YouTube channel because I'm like, man, if there's any interest for PMGs, a lot of people haven't seen the 2013, 2015. I think more content like that is going to be helpful for if we do get like a significant amount of new people in. And yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be interesting to track down. It's been Marvel Topps Chrome week, going crazy. I watched about 3 or 4 box rips, and then just as someone who's been seeing a lot of Avengers metal, it's not even a competition. Like, it's not as fun. It doesn't look as fun. But again, I'm gonna wait till the second set they do, and then see how different or how similar these sets are going to look for Marvel in
If
Topps.
it looks similar, how would you feel? Like you think you think they're doing like comic cut stuff, like because the card that you showed is the cover's dope, but you can only do that so many times,
Right. It feels repetitive. I mean, and it's not their fault, but it felt repetitive when I saw Chrome because I'm like, oh, this is Platinum, right? But it's not their fault. Like that's what they do. It's Platinum was the copy of Chrome.
Look,
but for the audience who follows Marvel cards, this is the second set we see that's like this. And honestly, most of the reaction from people I talked to was just, it's not exciting. It's okay. And the prices are crazy compared to like PMG's going for $50 right now. Like it's just tough. It's a tough sell.
I will say that I do have high hopes for them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
More so than I did for Upper Deck, because I've been very transparent in that I haven't felt like Upper Deck. Like I don't have high hopes or high expectations for any of their new releases. And they didn't do bad on the Avengers set, so I'm happy for them. Yeah. But as far as Topps, the reason I have high hopes is because I saw as an example on their Star Wars products how well they did with their art selection. So it still gives me hope because there were some banger Vader cards, some really nice artwork for Star Wars, and I love their design with Topps Chrome. It's very clean. Again, thin border. Get the border back thinner than that. Just literally a couple little clicks away from just making it very clean and it fits their IP. And just choose better artwork. If you need help with that, hit me up.
My question to that, though, and I agree, like those black refractors out of 10 with the thin borders for Star Wars. But from what we've seen in Marvel, and you see like all the different types of cards, are you optimistic if you just see the similar type of card for the rest of the Topps Marvel license run? Like Upper Deck's done a lot of things with poor quality, but they had a lot of good variation where you get a jambalaya, you get a comic card, you get a sketch card, you get a PMG, and there's a medallion which kind of like a knockoff PMG. You get, there's a variety of cards that now in the future with Topps, is it all just gonna blend together?
Look, I'll answer your question like a couple ways. I do feel yes, I'm okay with that if that was the case because you kind of know what you're buying into when you're buying Topps Chrome, right? Like people know that even from sports, you kind of know what it's going to look like already. Yeah. They're going to have a very clean design. Their autos are going to be very clean as well. But also, if Upper Deck was able to take a page from their book and pretty much copy Topps Chrome with the whole Platinum, what makes you think that maybe Topps Chrome won't again, they might not have any of the licenses to the jambalayas and PMGs and stuff like that. But what if we get a little color blast in there? Right, and they take a page from
Panini, right?
Correct, exactly.
From Panini,
exactly.
Or if Fanatics buys Panini, then I think that's a good thing. Panini has great design, and they've, especially with the WWE like cards I've been collecting, like they have built a legacy. I know they don't own the sports licenses anymore, but they do have the color blast. They do have the downtowns. They do have, specific inserts that people like and are now going to miss. So that's interesting if any one of these companies acquires Panini, or what does Panini do? Like what is their next license, or do they just, I don't think they'll dissolve. They have way too many good inserts for them to not be bought out by someone. At least I don't know anything, right? I'm just assuming, like that's how I think as a collector. Who knows what the real situation is.
And if you think about it, they're kind of already doing what I was telling you with them ripping like certain designs off other companies. Because to me, that whole one that I was talking about looked like that Tiger King. That reminded me of like the Select Zebra insert.
Yeah, it did.
Right?
It did. Yep. Yeah, it had that parallel view, which I like. I like that it's themed around comics. So I want them to lean into that, like into more of that. And obviously, I'm sure they probably will. But it is interesting to see if they bring a variety or if they just stick to what they've done. I'm happy to wait. But if the second set comes on, it's not too far from this. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that'd be the biggest disappointment because if it's not like it's got to have a little bit of depth, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and a good example to an homage to some old tops, 1989 Batman, the stickers that are like all red with a like whatever the image is, Batman in
Yeah.
the middle,
Mhm.
Joker, like you have insert options, they have it in their playbook, like even the old school tops
The
Marvel
top,
cards.
bro, Topps stickers from what 74 and 75. Like they have a history of Marvel.
Yeah.
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 That's what I
I'm
said.
waiting to
I
see.
have high hopes, and the last thing I'll say in regards to when you were talking about we'll give him one more shot in the next set. I'll give him 3 chances, 3 strikes, and the reason
for
being is
sure.
because on the second one, depending on how long they've been working on it, for all we know, they've already done with the second one too, and they're just waiting to when to release it.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know how long they worked on this
Correct.
one. They just try to get the timing right to line up with against
Exactly.
Upper Deck or not. Like, so I will say like their Instagram and their social media, they did advertise it. It did, like, there's a change coming. It's a big deal. They had like a whole little, feel like a commercial. So the marketing's there. And I think a lot of people are excited about that because it's going to build more awareness. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully, I just don't want it to feel like a rinse and repeat. Just give me a little something different.
Yeah, I mean, again, for me, it all comes down. I'm not so much worried about. Here's why I'll be honest. It's because I'm biased in the sense that I really dig their design because it's very minimal. So to me, I don't mind. Again, if they continue with that design, for me, it's going to come down to the artwork that they're going to choose. Because I'm not going to be mad if the design stays the same, but the artwork is always bigger artwork, and they're not recycling the artwork.
Yeah, I mean that's a big piece of it. If you can just keep consistently throwing artwork that make good choices, you're always gonna get, us to go buy a card for sure.
Exactly. And that's all I got to say about that.
We'll see.
Hey,
I don't know if anyone
one-
listening got any boxes, you're ripping any, and you're buying any, you're excited about it. Let us know. I'm interested to hear the different perspectives on this because I'm not too aware of Topps and most of their products. So to me, this is all new.
One thing, really quick, I just remember that before I forget, for some of you collectors out there that are a fan of the Marvel vs. Capcom, and I remember saying this a couple episodes ago. I'm like, it's just a matter of time before they come up with some kind of license and do a comic. So not only did I call that, but on the release of the physical copy in October-ish, like November, for the Street Fighter collection, they will be releasing it with a Marvel vs. Capcom comic provided by Mr. Bengus, on the cover art.
Ooh.
So, that's going to be an interesting situation. I'm definitely going to have to be, quite invested here and probably, pick up two, three
Wait,
copies.
you're not gonna repost that on the NSDC X or Instagram? You're not gonna repost that, dog?
What do you mean?
You're not gonna share the link to share the announcement for that?
Oh, that announcement?
Yeah.
Oh man, you have to, if you made it this far, if you made it this far,
you gotta go find it yourself.
Yeah, that's a kind of like finding yourself situation.
Oh,
That's
Oh wow, finders
that's
keepers.
yeah.
That's how you know Sergio's excited about something. He don't want to tell nobody about it.
Yeah, he had a hard time telling us right now.
What do you mean? I just found out.
Oh, nice.
I found out yesterday. I had to take a little mental note, but that's interesting. Something interesting. It's something new. Marvel vs. Capcom comic. I kind of called it. I'm like, it has to be like, especially with the whole licensing situation, all that good stuff. So, that'll be interesting. And I actually found out that Bengus not only is doing the artwork for that, but he's also doing a couple covers too. I think he's got like 3 or 4 covers coming up. So at least he might have a good shot at some Bengus artwork.
We're definitely gonna do a little side mission. Don't even worry about it. We could tag team it.
We need your little robot so you can like order
Whoa, you think I got bots? I don't got bots.
Whatever you got, we need it.
I just got experience with sneaker drops. You know what I'm saying?
That's good enough. You're qualified.
Yeah, that's all I need. That is an interesting fact, though. Just so for you listening out there for real. Digital copy only. You have to pre-order the physical copy, and it'll come with a comic. So that was my fun fact for the week.
All right, man. Let's get to our shout outs, anti shout outs. This week, I don't think I have any anti shout outs. Shout out to Vic. Sorry, dog. There's plenty of things I can go off of. It's just not, I just really don't care, to be quite honest. So, yeah. Anti shout out anyone trying to belittle what we got going on here? How about that? Anyone trying to downplay our impact? Anyone who over the past 2 and plus years saw us as, I guess not serious. We didn't care about the hobby. We wouldn't be here. So anti shout out to them, whoever they are. And if you're one of those, I don't want to know. Just, keep me out the loop. I don't mind you talking trash behind my back. Just keep it on the low. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I'm rolling now. I'm only paying attention to
positive.
Or every now and then I'll throw my own tantrum, throw my own rants to the homies. They see it, and then that's it. After that, I'm feeling good. Anti shout out if you never cared about us. So shout out to y'all, and shout out to all the homies, man. Everybody. I think the past 2 weeks, and just this whole Avengers metal, I've been having people just chilling in the chat and watching people break product, have fun. Shout out to Tim, going a little crazy, watching all these breaks. You know what I mean? He may or may not have influenced him to buy some cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, shout out to all the homies, and everyone supported. Everyone who supports this, and yo, bro, I know it's weird to say now, Elusive, but we got people on our side. They got people who really root for us, and that's something new we didn't always have, bro. So
that's dope, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully, someone can reach out.
Shout out Nathan for sure.
Yeah, shout out Nathan.
No, man. Always shout out Nathan for sure.
Shout out Uncle Jake.
Shout out Uncle Jake.
Make sure you go watch he dropped the Marvel Jerks. Munshaw. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't see Nathan on there, so come on, Uncle Jake. What's happening, dog?
Yeah.
But I'm sure, Nathan's busy, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. Go ahead.
I will say, I got to give a shout out to Nick because I watched the video, the cards and coffee, and it was a good. Not only was it a good talk, but like he pulled out the binder, showed some stuff, and that was dope. That was dope to see.
Yeah, it was cool. He's again, he's a little wild for keeping it all in his truck because some of those cars are crazy, but I like that he lives life dangerously. You know what I mean? Only live once.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna shout out. I wish I knew their name. It was just a clip that I just recently saw and it stuck with me. But it was it seemed like a podcast with a male and a female, and the female collector was making a point about the difference, or at least what she's observed between like French comics, U.S. comics, and manga. And she made the point that with French comics, and again, not related to Marvel, like their own ones from their country.
Yeah.
It's like sitting in the back of the theater. You see a lot more artwork, a lot more of the background. Like it's more art driven.
Right.
And then she said that the U.S. comics are more like in between. You get some background, you get some character. In the manga, it's like your first person. You get like the most up close view. And I was like, man, that's a good observation. So shout out to y'all, whoever that is. I'm sure I'll remember and I'll shout them out on Instagram at some point, or just repost that clip. But I thought that was a cool observation. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to, like you guys mentioned, shout out to everybody that's fucked with us. There's been a lot of day oneers, and then there's a lot of new people that have been supporting us, and I appreciate it. And again, if you guys have any questions or anything, I'm definitely approachable, whether I seem like it or not. I just like to give people shit, but it's all fun and games. I always have to say that disclaimer for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But and no,
you're gonna help him and like roast him at the same time, you know?
Yeah, and Sergio knows. I mean, I help Sergio, but I gotta roast him at the same time.
It'll be like, yo, I just came here for help, you know? It's just like,
but you feel the love while I'm doing it, right?
Yeah.
Pause. Okay. Well, as long as you're feeling it.
There
Pause.
you go.
But yeah, and as far as anti-shout out, same thing, Vic. I'm sorry, man. I know you gave me the crown for the anti-shout outs. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you down this week. I really don't have an anti-shout out this week either.
Oh wow.
Nice.
We're growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might have one next week for sure. So I don't want to call it too soon. But I can't. But I also don't want to be unauthentic and just force an anti-shout out.
Yeah,
so I don't have.
Sure. Last thoughts, though. I would like to see more people. I know the hobby's a hard place to really show what you're excited about, show what you're into. I mean, I want to see more people just have their own personality, have their own things they're into, put people on game on whatever they think is cool. Just have more individuality in I'm always looking for, just people who are in their own way, building their own community.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, I feel like we all had our own like little thing that we would post, and we didn't care if anyone liked it or not. It was just something we liked. It was just for us. So anyone doing that, I just want to see more of that. Hopefully with new people coming in. I'm looking forward to that side.
That point, man, I'm glad you made that point because it triggered my thought in regards to that. Shout out to all the content creators that put on people that you can't gain anything from, right? Because I'm so tired of seeing the plays where it's so obvious to me that this person is making content with that person, or they're having this person because they have something to gain from that transaction. Because that's what it seems like to me from the outside looking in. It starts feeling more transactional than an actual organic conversation that they wanted to have. I don't see too much of that. I always see people that have people on because they want to sell them something, or because they have something to gain, or whatever the case may be, like whether it's as far as more followers or more subscribers, and shout out to the people that don't do that have people on that they have nothing to gain from except for, gaining insight from that person, or just getting to know their journey. One of them I don't even know this person, but Off-White Tim, shout out to Tim. They posted a story about this guy who, and I even like his fucking the name of his show. Similar to Cards and Coffee, he calls it the origin story. And that was super dope, man. I enjoyed that. So sure. Shout out to that guy. I'm sure Off-White Tim knows what I'm talking about, and I'm sorry that I don't know the name of the channel because it just got introduced to me. But that's the content I enjoy. It's when people are just two collectors talking, having a good time, and there's no agendas and there's nothing to gain from it.
For sure. Definitely, man.
Definitely shout out to that.
All right, guys.
Bro. Everyone out there, for all the lurkers who haven't followed, please give us a follow. We're up to 85, guys. We're up there. We're getting close to 100.
Yeah, give us a follow and keep dropping comments, even if we've seen some negative ones. I'm cool with those too. As long as that's what you're about.
Well, I mean, let's try to be.
Let's try to be positive ones again. But if it's coming from an authentic place, by all means, drop that comment.
Yeah.
It's
fun. For sure.
All right, we gotta end it here because when Doom starts doing that, I start.
Yeah, I might go on another. Yeah, we don't. Let's just wrap it up now. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you guys. Deuce.
Got it. Peace.